Yo, 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 what it do, Center fans? This is your host, Jay Heezy, formerly number 27 on the field, but always number 1 in your heart. See with me today, you know who it is, my right-hand man, number 9 on the field, previously number 9 on the field, but always weight room, Willie the Brayden, weight room, Willie Willis, and this is the podcast on the prairie. No Danny this time.
Oh, Danny, he's out there doing spring break festivities, and I understand. Yeah. Live, young man, live.
Where did he say he was at? Like
Panama City. I think that's where I went last year. I'm pretty sure. Can't remember.
Isn't he from Florida?
Yeah, but he's out there with Jaron and all them. So, I mean, just having a good time. Hey, live before you get killed in spring ball. Live it up.
Yeah, that is true. I always used to get, I'm not gonna say depressed, but them last 2 days of spring break, you like, we got practice in 2 days.
People don't understand. Don't get what we're saying confused with, saying we don't love football, because we love football. But what we're saying is when you're on spring break and you've been enjoying your week, and then the last 2 days you're like, bro, I have practice on Tuesday or Monday. Typically Tuesday. They wouldn't make us do that on Monday. That would suck. But I got practice on Tuesday. It's just a different feeling, man.
Right after binge drinking Tuesday through Friday. And you got to hurry up and get water and Gatorade in your system.
100%.
Maybe get back a day early.
100%. Getting everybody in the hot tub.
Yeah. You come back Sunday. You got practice on Monday. Everybody in the hot tub.
Everybody in the hot tub trying to sweat it out.
You ready for tomorrow, big dog? You ready? You gonna do this thing? Yes, I'm ready. I'm ready. Bro, people, I used to always think, I used to try and fool myself and be like, nah, we only got practice every other day. We gonna be good. I ain't gonna be tired.
At least not fall camp.
Yeah. Yeah. And then you get into the thick of it, and then you realize that every practice is almost like a Tuesday practice. So it's it doesn't even
100%.
It don't even help. It don't even help.
W drill. We last spring we did W drill every single day.
Whew. Which one was that?
It's like a modern day Oklahoma, basically.
Oh, okay.
It's like where we line the cones up. What's up?
I was gonna ask, what was that one drill where you had layers of people that you had to run through or run past?
Yeah, that was W drill.
Oh, okay.
You got a offensive lineman, defensive lineman, tight end, linebacker, receiver, corner, and then a running back has to run through. It's like modern day Oklahoma, but levels, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I saw. I remember. I think it was second day of padded practice. I saw that. I was like, ooh.
Yeah, and you hit that right after warm up, and then they make you do the bags, and sometimes individual, and you're nice and tired, and then you go over there and you hit W drill. It gets intense. You're on 10. Your intensity level's on 10, and you just got done pancaking people. You know what I'm saying? Throwing people, hitting and everything, and then you go straight into another individual drill or routes on air or defense, whatever they do. It's like, whew. Yeah.
So Danny's getting a well-deserved break. We've been seeing a lot of him on. I think, bro, he's getting way too much exposure, bro. The OU football page has him on there every day. I'm like, bro, he's supposed to get the exclusive with us.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Dropping too much content outside of us.
Yeah. Everybody's gonna see his face and be like, oh, that's Danny now.
Right.
We gotta renegotiate his contract. Alex, what are we doing? What are we doing, Alex?
No, but it's all good. It's funny. The other day I saw a post by OU football, and the reality of me not being in there really set in, because I don't know if I want to say we set in, but because I'm have realized that I'm not there anymore and I'm not playing and everything. But when they posted the 25 weeks, and it was kind of the new team's leaders and everything.
Yeah.
It was I was like, oh wow, that's a different, those different faces, that's a different leading group. And so I got to thinking who's going to be the leaders, and just thought about the team, thought about the guys for a second. But that's when it really, was true. You know, I wasn't up there. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I kind of feel for you a little bit because, like, when I left, I was low key like living through you. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm like, yeah, nah.
Yeah.
And everybody be like, yeah, that's Jay Hall and Nah. Like, we a little duo. But now, like for you, like, you don't really, well, I mean, I guess, I don't know. You tell me, but you don't really have like anyone to like live through, I guess, because all the H-backs are young and.
I mean, the freshman, Stog,
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, the freshman is
Stog's back.
Yeah. I mean, so I asked them what's going on and, what's going, like, if I hear something, I'll be like, what's up with this? And they'll tell me, and I ask how workouts is going. So, I mean, I guess them, but other than that, you're right. I don't have just a show, a podcast with a guy that I can get on and talk freely. And, we talk for an hour about everything that's going on in the program. So,
yeah, we're getting old, buddy.
We're getting up there.
Getting old. Bro, you know what happened to me last week while we were talking about not being on the team anymore? I went to Target and realized that was kind of like my social hour. And let me tell you why, right? Because I'm not in school anymore. I don't really go. A lot of what I do is like working from home and stuff like that. And so I went to Target, and bro, there is nothing but baddies in there. Let me tell you that. Like, I'm just talking about like marriage material women. And I should have known better because you see on social media, on TikTok, on Twitter, all the women go to Target. It's like all the men go to Walmart and all the women go to Target. It's like, I don't even know what the deal is. So I walk in there and I'm like, what have I been doing like for the past?
You've been tripping. Bro, listen, bro. Listen. The other day I was on the phone with my homeboy. Shout out to my boy Zay, and my girl was right next to me, and we're all cool because I've been with my girl for a little bit and whatever. And Zay go, Tati, where the paddocks be at? Like, where can I go and like actually like engage in conversation? I'm tired of like all this online shooting, Instagram, all that other stuff. And she was like, Target, and I was like, Target. Like, some Targets even have a Starbucks in them. You can just go sit in the Starbucks Target.
Bro, I'm telling you, you just go sit there in line, bro. Like in a Starbucks line, get you like an iced latte. For me, ask for caramel. Make sure you get a small, because I just found out you can refill the regular coffee in Starbucks.
Oh, you've been grinding. Oh, you got
bro. I'm in there shopping for socks, but I'm also shopping for my wife. You feel me? Like,
I heard that. I heard you on that.
Oh my goodness, boy!
Got the Target hat. Yeah, man. You've been mixing up.
I was tripping too, bro, because I really wanted to shoot my shot. One of my homeboys called me. I'm like, bro, like, it's at least 3 women in here. I'm trying to get somebody's number from, but. Bro, I'm in there in some smelly socks, jogging pants, beat up t-shirt. I don't even look good, but at the, you could tell I could been out the game for a little bit because I walked out, I got in the car, I'm like, bro, I'm Jay Hall. Like, what?
Hey, now you know though. Now you know.
Yeah. I came home,
and everything like that.
Yeah, I told my mom, I said, Mom, like, Target the spot for real, like. I might have
be in there all day too.
Yes, bro.
Hours.
And my mom see game too. She like, yeah, you got to go to like the candle section and like pass by like the makeup section and my sister was like, yeah, that's smart.
The wellness section. Yes. The wellness section.
Yes.
Man.
Hey, matter of fact, I gotta return this bag of stuff. So next time.
Oh man, we better see Jay Hall in Target 3 to 5 times a week, boy.
Hey, cuz, I'm telling you, man, it's different when you get out of college, bro. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Instead of the corner, Starbucks and Target.
There you go.
Hey, but I'm killing myself. Where are you at? What are you doing? What are you up to?
Man, I'm in Frisco right now at my training facility, Exos, and just training, getting ready for Pro Day. I mean, I don't have too much left to do at Pro Day other than my 40, which I don't know if last time I told everybody I wasn't running the 40. I don't know if I did or not. No, I didn't. Okay,
Nah.
yeah. I wasn't running the 40. Just because I switched my stance last minute and everything like that. Wanted to get a really good time. So, but yeah, so I'll be running that at Pro Day, and then I'll be doing my individual workouts. So, yeah, just been here, just kind of chilling. I go to workouts, and the workouts are earlier now because, a lot of the guys that have early Pro Days are gone or, done training. So there's, not as many people there. So we go earlier. And I'm done earlier. And so then the rest of the day, like, I'm kind of a workout junkie. So the rest of the day, I just be like doing random stuff. Like I'll come home and I'll do like a home workout, or I'll be stretching. I've really gotten into, stretching a lot. I didn't know how big flexibility was until, I always knew flexibility was big, but you really start to, when you have a facility like Exos and they dive into like your deficits in your body and all this different stuff, and they tell you like, oh man, your right hip is, tighter, but your left hip exterior rotation is, all this other good stuff. You're like, oh wow, okay, that's cool. So you start focusing on it, and you know where you need to improve. So I've gotten into that more, and I just be sitting around the house getting extra work in, chilling. Yeah. Occasionally I get boxes of autographs and do those so I can get a little change in my pocket. So
them autographs wait, how many you got to do?
I did 3,000 with another 3,000 option for my first one. I did 6,000 the other day. And then I have, shout out to Moms because she helped me. And I have another one coming in, but I don't know when it's going to come in. So
I did
when it comes in.
I think I did 3,000 with a 3 option, 5,000, and then a 2,000. I think I did somewhere around 10 or 12 total.
Yeah.
My hand was cramping, boy.
Yeah. Let me tell you about. I'm not gonna name the company because they're gonna be paying me, but let me tell you about this one car company, right? So they sent me the thing. It was supposed to come on February 21st. It came on February 27th, the day before I left to go to the combine, right? So obviously I'm not taking no stickers with me to the combine. I don't have time to do, I don't have time to do that and be getting all this stuff. Like, I'm not doing that stuff.
And so then they still say you got to return them.
Yeah. I got a return March 10th. And I was like, I started doing something. I looked at the thing. I'm like, oh, I'm not doing that that day. So I had to get in contact with them. I'm like, hey, look, y'all said, y'all were going to send them the 21st is on the date that's on the thing, but I got them the 27th. I need like 2 days more. So they got me that, and I was able to, get them done. So, but boy, yeah, I know about the hands.
That don't know, we're talking about the trading cards, and with the blue print. So basically, like how the trading cards work, we sign like thousands of like these clear, I guess stickers. What are these clear plastic stickers? And you have a certain time frame in which you got to do them. And oftentimes you will only get through like, I don't know, a couple hundred in a day. It depends on like how you want to do it. Like me, like I sat there and I'm like, yo, I'm gonna get like 5,000 done in like a week. Like, you gonna knock this out right now, like right now. So I'd be sitting there for like 4 hours, 5 hours, sometimes between workouts or at night, just trying to get it done. I ain't gonna lie. Some people, I know some people that had other people do their signatures. But Jay Hall, hey, keep that on the hush, my boy.
No, I didn't. But I'm saying, hey, it's not a bad idea. I mean,
it's not.
It's not a bad idea. But no, I didn't do it. I did them, and it was a hassle. But I mean, like I said, I still got one more box. But I'm kind of like you, kind of not. Like I'm like I'll do them for like 3 days, and I'll split them up. But I'll do a good chunk of them. So like when I do them, I sit there and I hit about 2, 3, 4 hours of just like straight out. Me and my girl be watching the movies on. I'll be doing them, looking up every couple seconds,
Oh, at least you got some company.
Nah, for real. You was over there doing it by yourself, huh?
Yeah, I was in Colorado.
In the room, just knocking
single. and it, bro, like I didn't even share a room with anybody, so yeah, it was just me. So it was low key like a vibe though, because in Colorado it'd be snowing, so I cracked the window, got me some candles, lit me a little candle. I'm just sitting there,
I got a bunch of candles. I know what type of time you on. Just a little peace, a peace of mind, like just get to clear your head a little bit. It's a lot going on in this process, so you get to just clear your mind a little bit and relax. So
it's nice you got some company. She lived nearby, or like
she lives in San Antonio.
Oh, I mean that's still easy.
But hey, I mean, she can come up and visit and everything. Yeah. And right now she's in Thailand. So yeah, taking vacations without me, everything. Her uncle is stationed over there, and he flew out her sister and her older cousin to go out there for like a mini vacation. So it's cool. Not really a mini vacation. They're over there for like 10 days. So
yeah, that's good. That's some good time. I've always wanted to go over there. I think it's like super cheap over there too.
Very cheap.
Anyways, let me ask you this. Before I forget though. In terms of your 40, what leg do you use? Like, what's your front leg?
Right. So I started off using my left leg. My left leg's always been my most powerful leg. I've always jumped off that leg and everything. And as I kept on going throughout the process, I realized, do some other stuff. My right leg was a whole lot more powerful right now. So I started my speed coach. We were sitting there doing some starts one day, and he's like, try to do some 2-point starts off your right. So I started doing some 2-point starts off my right. And he was like, you just see it all in his face. He's like, buddy, he's like, that looks a lot better. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
And he's like, yes, for real. And I'm like, oh, okay. And he's like, let's do some banded resistant starts, like both legs. And so I did them both legs. I couldn't really tell the difference. It just felt the same to me at that point. And he was like, yeah, that's so much better on the right side. I was like, okay. And then he was like, let's get some like kneeling starts, some single leg kneeling starts. And I was like, okay. When I did the kneeling starts, I felt it. And I was like, oh, okay. Yeah. That's a lot.
Typically they say like, if you're right-handed, it's like in basketball. If you're right-handed, you're going to lay the ball up with your right hand. And, when you're on the right side of a basketball goal, you jump off your left foot.
Yeah.
And as you get older, that's typically your dominant leg and what you want to dunk off of. And that's your most, your powerful leg. And so same thing with me. Like I started on my left. But the thing was, though, when I was little, I was doing my layups wrong, bro. Like I would always like on the right side, right leg. Still left side, left leg. And so I was like, nah, when I was a kid, I was doing it wrong. So we're going to invert it now. So I ended up using my right leg too. And I was like, pew. Granted, I ain't really run very fast, but
it was a difference, though.
Yeah, it was different. Bro, that's my German Shepherd keep freaking, look at him. Ain't he cute? Oh, wait, you can't really see him.
Oh, Max.
Yeah, my little boy. Okay, you got to go, bro. I'm sorry. we got business. Oh, but man. Yeah,
big difference though. So I changed it recently and just wanted to get a little bit more time on that because for everybody listening, the left side is so comfortable, like you're just used to doing everything. I've been, throughout college, always doing it whenever we did off-season work with it. Mm-hmm. I got into that right stance. The first time I got into the right stance, boy, I felt goofy. Like it felt weird, like it just felt really awkward. But then when I came out of it, I was like, oh, okay. So you just got to get a little time under there, get some repetitions up on that side, and, it'll all take care of itself. So
how was the combine? Tell the people what you thought of the whole process, the interviews, the day of testing, the week ahead, the gear, everything. Let's start off when you first got there, just seeing all the guys that you played against, much like the Senior Bowl. Mm-hmm. What were your initial thoughts of it all?
Yeah, it was cool. The first day was really kind of chill initially. We didn't really do too much. We just kind of had orientation, dinner, all that good stuff. But yeah, like you said, seeing all the guys we played against, I saw everybody, like from all over the country, from, like you said, people we played against. I talked to one of the Texas D linemen, and he was like, we talked he wanted to talk about the game. I didn't really too much want to talk about the game. He wanted to talk about when they put me at quarterback and everything. So,
hey, did y'all talk about years past though? Y'all talk about years past though?
He wanted to talk about the game. He was just like, our game plan going into that game, knowing like what's going on, was like stop Marv and stop you, you know. So, but he's like, we didn't know you were gonna go to Wildcat, like, so that kind of threw us off for a second. But I was like, yeah.
Hey, now that you're not on the team anymore, let me like loudly say we should have just did that the entire game, and not because I'm a fan of number 9, but I just want to. But anyways,
I think so too. But hey, you know, besides the point, then you know the next day was okay too. It was just kind of some introductory things, and then boy, the next few days. Ooh. I mean, I'll say this, and like I said, no shot to the Senior Bowl. I'm wearing their gear right now, so you know I appreciate the Senior Bowl. But I will say that the Combine was a lot better than the Senior Bowl in my experience, and I think the Senior Bowl did a lot to be able to make it that way because I didn't have that many formals because I had most of them during the Senior Bowl, right? So formals are interviews. You have informals and you have formals. So I think we might have talked about it last time. Not sure.
One-on-ones versus like
in a room. Robin. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I had just, 2 formals, Niners and Tampa, and then a bunch of informals. But the informals was a designated time, so everybody had to do that. But the formals, those were like 6 to however many you had. So if you didn't have any formals that day, you were done for the day. So it came 6 o'clock. Mine were during informal time, so it came 6 o'clock on Wednesday or Thursday, whatever day it was. I'm out of there. Like I'm going back to my room. So that part was cool, but the medical evals and everything, oh man, that was a hassle. I mean, I think the first medical day I stayed I was in the hospital from 10 to about 6.
Yeah, same.
It was me and Will Mallory from Miami. Shout out to Will. That's my boy. We came out the same years, but you had to get all these MRIs. And then because it was so packed, there's so many people at the Combine that different people have to go to different like hospitals to get all the machines in like town, basically.
Yeah.
So they shipped me to another hospital, and me and Will, and we got some MRIs. And because we weren't at the main hospital, we thought they forgot about us. So we were sitting there for like 40 minutes, and I was like, man, like, do I need to call someone? I need to call my agent to come to school. But then some car came around the corner, driving real fast, came in that thing. I was like, oh, that's all right. They might have forgot about us, but they came back and got us. So.
Yeah. Busy time up here in Indianapolis. I remember I was in the hospital for like 7 hours waiting on one MRI. Like,
yeah. So for everybody that's listening, so when you go to the Combine, you have a DEXA scan or a DEXA scan, CT if you need it, MRI, and X-rays. So you're there for a bunch of stuff, and that's the first day, and you get your blood taken, and you got a little P test and all this other stuff, right? Head scan, all that, all types of stuff that you can think of, right? That's the first day, and then the second day after they get your results back from everything, that's the second med day, and they bring you to a doctor, and the doctor looks at everything. He basically tells you everything that's wrong with your body, which typically is a lot because we play football, we play through injuries. So,
Hey, I'm assuming, how did you feel about when they brought you into a room?
That's what I was about to say.
In the middle, and you had somebody read your medical records. Yeah. How did that make you feel?
Yeah, so like Jay said, the next thing after what he did when he was talking to you, he felt around, made sure your bodies was good, and then he walked you around from room to room. There's about 6 or 7 of them. Y'all went into a room, and when you went into a room, it was a U shape. It's like a U shape of like multiple desks, and there was like 25 to 30 people in there. like doctors, medical staff, whatever from different teams. There's a big old training table in the middle, and the guy would be like, go sit at the table. You go sit at the table, and you just be looking at them. They be looking at you. They got computers in front of them. They got big old computers in the back looking at your MRIs, little voice recorder memo, whatever.
Bro, I thought that was so weird. I'm like, dang, I feel like I'm in like a what you saying?
I was like, okay. And then they be looking at you, and then I look at them, and then they be I'm like, okay. But, you go in there, and he basically reads off every injury you've had, even if it was in high school. Like, he's like, he had shin splints in 2018. I was like, it was just one shin splint. Like, I didn't even think that. I thought we were just having an A and B conversation. Like, I've never had problems with it. But he told everything, and then occasionally somebody get up, they come over there, and they tug and pull on you and everything, and then they be like, okay, you're good, and then you sit back up, and they go back to their desk.
Right, and they tug hard too.
They
tug hard.
Oh, they be in there, tug and pull, and then after you get done, they ask any more questions, and nobody says nothing. They be like, all right, come on, and then you get up, you go to another room.
Yeah.
And so I thought that was so crazy. I was like,
that was so weird. My fingers messed up, so I'd always have to hold up my pinky and be like, yeah, I can't straighten it. Whole room got to see it. I'm like,
yeah. Depending on your injuries, some people had more time in the room. Some people didn't. I'm not very injury prone. I've had the knee. Other than that, I've had some nicks and bruises, but when you play football and you're always wanting your body to be top notch, sometimes it feels like, well, maybe I've had a lot of injuries, something happens. You're like, man, but then relative to like other people around the nation, I mean, there was guys that were in there for like 10 straight minutes. And I'm like, boy, that boy had a lot of injuries. So
one thing I do admire about Scott and our guys at OU, they don't reveal much. They won't. They like at the for our listeners, when you go to the combine, they have what the school sends them. So even if you had all these injuries, if it's kept under the table and it's not reported, and they not going to ask you about it. That's why a lot of our agents and people that are close to us, they tell us before we get to the combine, don't say nothing if you ain't got to say nothing, because they're writing down.
Not reported, they won't know about it.
Yeah, they're writing down everything. Like you heard Brayden just say 2018. That's like his senior year of high school. Like, why is that important, bro? Like,
exactly.
And they'll dock points. They'll go tell your GM, be like, yo, like this happened way back, da-da-da-da. We don't know if, you know what I'm saying? And for the middle bottom tier guys, that makes a heck of a difference. So
it does.
I was always on the hush when it came to anything. I'm like, if you ain't gonna bring it up, I ain't gonna say nothing.
Right. So for me, it was all the stuff that was like everybody knew about. So the 5 games in 2020.
Yeah, that's easy. That's like,
everybody knew about that. Come on now.
Yeah,
So then that, and then they forgot for some reason. He looked at me and was like, "We're gonna get an MRI on your left knee." It's like, okay. And so they ended up getting an MRI that day. I had to wait for like 5 hours, like 4 hours, but close enough. Then I got an MRI. The lady said, it's only going to take 30 minutes. And I was like, okay, cool. Got in there. So mind you, I was there at 10. That process took about an hour or two. And then I had to wait for my MRI. So it's like 12. It goes all the way to 4. I get in the thing. They said it was going to be 30 minutes. I get in there, end up being an hour 15. I'm getting restless in the thing. I'm starting to get mad. I'm over there like, I'm looking back at the thing because I was in the stadium for this MRI with the little trucks. Yeah. So I'm in there looking through the little hole like, man, y'all need to come on. Like, tell this machine to hurry up. And then I lost my earring. In there. So I didn't know it until like later on in the informals. I was talking. I was talking to one of the guys, and then I went to scratch my ear, and I was like, oh, wait a minute. That's why I had it. And I was like, oh, man, I know exactly
whole lot of
where
drama up there in Indianapolis. Bro, the worst part about all this is, bro, you go through all this, you literally sit for 8 hours, and then the next day you test.
They're like, come on, let's go.
Yeah,
And then
the
worst thing about us is that we didn't even have no warm-up time because the two groups in front of us took so long. The tight ends were the last group. So group 7 took forever to warm up. We were there for their two groups. So group 7 receivers and quarterbacks, they took forever to warm up, and they were taking their time. Group 8 was not as bad, but, still took their time. Then when it came to us, they were rushing us through everything. Come on. We got to go. We got to go. TV schedule. So we lined up, did a couple stretches, did this, did the flexibility test. Then when it jumped, everybody was like, y'all, like, we not even warm yet. So that sucked. But other than that, it was pretty good. Like, I could do drills. I could run routes for days. Like, really
I like the ball drills. I'm like, I could do this all day. Like, I didn't like the testing because you're warm, but you're like artificially warm. You're not like warm.
Like lukewarm. He not hot. He like lukewarm.
So I've said this before, and I'm sure you're gonna agree with me when I say this again. But Senior Bowl Combine, I love them to death, but I'd never do it again.
Yeah, I was talking to one of the NFL legends, Delaney Walker. So they have group leaders, and then they have legends that kind of help you out, help you through and everything. And we sat at a table one day, and he said, we were talking, he's like, how's it been? I was like, it's just been long, but it's been good. And then he's like, yeah, people always ask me if I, miss my combine days or if I do it again. And he's like, I tell them this was a dream come true. Everything that, I wanted to accomplish, I accomplished, but I would never do it again. And I would never do it again. Never.
Yeah, it's just cool too
experience.
Much, bro.
Dream come true, all that good stuff. I'm glad I checked the box, but,
box
it's over with now. So I don't want to do it again.
Oh, last thing. And I don't know, this kind of made me feel some type of way, but getting stripped down
the measurements
of your underwear and standing in front of 100 people in the room while they call out your measurements.
Yeah.
What did that feel like to you? Like I don't know if you're going to say it or not, but what did that feel like?
You know what I'm about to say.
I know exactly what you're about to say. I don't know if you're going to say it on here.
I'm not going to say it on here, but you know exactly what it felt like.
Well, okay.
I'll run everybody through that. So basically, there's this big old auditorium kind of thing that they have, and there's a stage in there, and there's kind of like a backstage area shielded by curtains. So we walk in there, and they're like, all right, guys, this is how it's going to work. Explain it. And they're like, all right, first, and we had 20 tight ends. So, 1 through 10 on this row, 10 through 20 on this row.
Yep.
1 through 5, y'all get up, y'all strip down to y'all compressions. Strip down the compressions, and you can't have nothing on. So, like, these earrings I got on, got to take them out. Chain, I got to take it off. This hat, socks, everything. I mean, literally compressions. Like, you would think, okay, he jewelry. Now, take it off. Like, so you got to take everything. So then you first through 5, 1 through 5, it's 5 at a time. We go up and we go to this little stand, and you got to measure your hand length, put it on the thing, and they measure how long it is from end to end. And then after that, you reach your arm up, then you go to the side, and then they measure your arm, and then they measure your wingspan. They write it all down on this paper. They give it to your group leader, and you walk, and then he calls your name, Brayden Willis, tight end from Oklahoma. You walk out, and he's saying all your measurements, and then you got to go up to the stage. You got to get on your heels, with your feet in the V. So your feet are like this. Your heels are touching, and you got to lean your toes up. So you basically got to stand on your heels to make you shorter. And then they're going to get the thing. They go push down on your head.
I hated that too. I'm bald, man. I'm like, hey, like, why you? I ain't got nothing there, bro.
Yeah, right. I'm in there trying to fight it. They're like, I'm like, no, y'all not. I'm already shorter than most of the dudes here. Y'all not gonna take nothing from me. And then you gotta get on the scale, which I think the scale was a pound or two light, but I mean, I still was fine. But yeah, so they measure you, call out your height, then call out your weight. then you walk off the stage and you go back around and get back dressed. And that was what we did before we went out and test. So
in front of at least 100 plus people, all taking notes on a little checkboard.
Yeah,
they say 160 da da da. Everybody looks down, writes.
Yep.
Hand 5 da da da. Writes.
It's exactly how it was. So, that was funny. I thought it was funny to me. I was like, boy, oh boy, what we do for this football stuff. But
man, it's funny listening to you talk about this because I felt the exact same way. Like in terms of them pressing on my head, the measurements, the MRIs.
I can't never tell my mom everything.
Yeah, she was like, "Well, baby, at least you ain't got to go back." I'm like,
100%.
"All right, just got to kill this combine and I'm good." Like,
right.
Not combine, pro day.
Yep. Yeah. The pro day, you get done with that, and it's basically like, okay, now it's just a waiting game. You take your visits if you have any, and that's it. I mean, I have one that I know of. I have Dallas.
Okay.
Yeah, and I don't know. I mean, we'll see. I mean, I imagine I'll probably go out to the Niners. They've been pretty into me this whole time. So I imagine probably Niners, maybe Tampa. So,
at least you got one. I didn't have any.
I don't know. We'll see. I mean, I got one. You know, it ain't really a visit for me because it's hometown stuff. So, I mean, they just wanted to go ahead and get it out the way. It's the day after my pro day.
Well, at least you don't got to do any testing or anything. Now, unless they gonna make you do drills?
My agent was like, if he does it, he's not coming down and doing nothing.
I would at that point, bro. Just don't do no drills. Like,
I'm not doing. Yeah, no, I am what I am. You either like me or you don't. You know.
Nah, it'll be all right.
Yeah, but my agent already said no drills, and I'm test, and then I'll probably leave that night, and then come back down here and go up there or go to
cool.
Facility.
I'm excited for your pro day. I'm gonna pull up for that. That's gonna feel, I already told you this, but that's gonna feel like home. You're gonna be good. Go to sleep early. Wake up early.
I'm gonna be straight pro day. Yeah. Like I don't feel like I'm doing nothing. Like I'm just doing the 40 and then running routes, or I don't feel like it's not like the combine where I was like, oh man, I got this, that. Like I'm just.
Hey, you know who's gonna be your quarterback for pro day?
So they changed the rule, and now we can have a quarterback that's actually there at the school throw it to us. So it's going to be DG.
Oh, that's love.
Yeah,
that's love. I mean, JP was for y'all that don't know, JP's one of the assistant coaches, and he played in the NFL. Oh no, he could sling it.
He's a first round pick. Yeah,
he could sling it. He throw it like a first round pick too. My hands was kind of hurting, but
yeah,
he could sling it. I can't wait for that. So. That'll be fun.
Oh, that's gonna be seamless. Like me and DG, that's gonna be seamless. So I'm not even worried about it. So it's gonna be good though. Just after that, run my routes, then shake hands and kiss babies, and then call it a process. You know, boom, it's done. Wrap it up, seal it, ship it off. Let's go.
There you go. Brayden Willis. Ladies and gentlemen, combine NFL journey. You heard it here first.
Yes, sir.
In the world of Jay Hall, I ain't gonna lie to you, Willie. I'm probably done with football, bro.
Think so?
I'm probably done. Yeah, because I haven't really received much word from the NFL, and by now they're already filling up rosters for the spring and all that. So, and I didn't want to go USFL or XFL. So the feedback I got was for me to get back to the NFL is either going to be one of the supplementary leagues. And I was just like, I don't want to do that. Like I could have easily hit up Bob and he probably would have took me because Bob's the only one to even use a fullback because Dimitri, he went with Bob too, and that wouldn't have been an issue. But for me, I'm just like, I've had a good career. I've accomplished like literally everything I wanted to accomplish. And for me, the NFL was something I would love to do, but I knew that like the chances were very slim. So football is probably looking over for me, though. I mean, I still stay in shape now. Like I ain't 40 ready, but I can still go, drop a shoulder, you feel me? But
okay.
Nah, man, I just recently passed my My Series 3 exam. Yeah,
yep,
so
I saw that. Congrats, man.
Appreciate you. So
Yes,
with
sir.
that, I can go work for a bank. I can go work for a fund. I still want to start my own hedge fund. So it's crazy, bro. It's so crazy, bro, how God works. And I sit here, I kind of get emotional thinking about it because the first time I took the test, I failed back in November 17th. This was the day of the XFL draft. Like literally one of the running backs that I was at the Senior Bowl with was the first round, first pick in the XFL draft. And that starts the day I take the exam. I fail. And I'm like, dang, like, did I make the wrong decision? And then the second time I take my test was the day you test. Like, I couldn't even watch the combine because I had my test that day.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I passed and I called my mom. My mom was like, you know what today is? And I was like, nah. She was like, a year ago today, you ran at the combine. And I just sat there and I was just like, dang, like how crazy God works. And so for me, it's just a huge leap of faith into what I have next. You know, I'm going to have my broker's license and everything, but I still don't know what I want to do exactly, but I'm just figuring it out along the way. And it's kind of cool to see how things work. Cause I ain't gonna lie, like after I got cut, like I was kind of low for a little while, and especially through like holidays and everything. And then slowly things start to build back up. Like I passed my exam. I just went to Daytona, Florida with my dad. It was like our first trip outside of sports in like forever. You know, we down there riding motorcycles. You know, I'm looking like an old head.
I said, not the motorcycle, Jay, huh?
Bro, I had such a good time, man, just to be there and not worry about anything and enjoy the people. So my journey is a little bit different, but I will continue to show Sooner Nation what I'm up to, and definitely be back around the school. And I plan on working with the school at one point down the road. But I say this to you off screen, and I'll say it to you now while we're talking. But I still want the best for you, bro, because now like I'm living my dream through you as like my podcast buddy, and so I'm proud of you doing what you do, you doing what you did at the combine. I'm looking forward to your pro day, and I'm looking forward to our podcast, Danny, and just everything God has for us in the future, bro. I can't wait. So that's where I'm at now. New journey for J Hall. New chapter.
Journey. Yes, sir.
Yep. Maybe I'll get on here in a couple months and say I found my girl in Target too. So pray for that.
Well, man, like I said, I'm proud of you for passing your exam. I saw that and I was over the moon, happy for you, overjoyed and everything. And, everything happens for a purpose. God has his hands all over it. I've been praying for you. My people have been praying for you. And obviously, your mom and everybody's been praying for you. So it's going to work itself out, my boy.
Yes, sir. I can't wait. So, ladies and gentlemen, I think that's all we have. Wait, hold on. After party, spring game.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Yes, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, we are not doing a live episode this year, but something a little bit different, all right? So I don't know if y'all heard, but most of y'all on Twitter know this guy named Scissorhands, right? Super OU fan. He's at like all the OU football games, at least half the OU softball games. He has this barbershop on Main Street. Y'all all know where Main Street is. It's called Fading Up. If you're leaving the school, it's on your right-hand side right after the light. If you're coming towards the school, it's on the left-hand side right before the last light to lead into the university. That's where the after party going to be. It's going to be free liquor. Free. Well, I don't know if the fruit. I mean, I don't know if I should have led with that. Maybe me and B Willie going to be there. That's what I should have led off with. Danny's probably going to pull up. He'll probably have his new co-host by then. We'll take pictures. D. Westbrook's gonna bring his food truck up, and then the liquor. Okay, then now I can mention the liquor. That's gonna be there too. But it's gonna be a good time. We're just gonna be there probably from 6 to whenever. Pull up. It'll be like I guess last year, I don't know what we're going to do in terms of recording and having a show, but regardless, just know it's going to be a good time. We'll figure out the logistics and all that later. All right. So, I'm excited because, I haven't been back around to school in a while, and I know it'll be Brayden's, return. So
yes, sir.
You'll get to see number 9, former captain and all that. So, pull up, fading up Norman Main Street. Bow. How you like that, Bewley? That was good.
That was great. I liked it.
I need to start doing commercials. Maybe that's what I got to get into.
There you go. You can make us off of it.
Hey, all right. Is that all we got? I think that's all we got. You got anything for the people?
No, man. I mean, I did see all the concern on everybody on Twitter asking if I ran a 40. So I just wanted to let y'all know I'm okay, and appreciate the support, because a lot of support coming in still. And love y'all, and hopefully we'll see y'all at the spring game. I mean, I'll be there, and we'll have the after party and everything. So I'll be seeing y'all soon.
Maybe while we're there fading out, we can tell Jalen Redmond to go ahead and get rid of that back portion of whatever on his head.
I'm trying to remember if it's off or not. It might be still there. We might need to go ahead and take some clippers.
Yeah, we need to trim that up and call.
You don't like the shag? You don't like the shag?
I don't know.
Texas thing, you might not understand.
Yeah, that is a Texas thing. That's all we got for you on this episode. We'll bring Danny on the next one. Hopefully, maybe we'll see. We might cut him loose.
Y'all give him a time on Twitter. Y'all at him and tell him, "Oh, we missed you on the pod." Like, just go ahead and give him a hard time.
All right, y'all.
All right, deuces.